So today I wanted to share with you a quick little pose that you can do at your workspace. So that's why camera angle is really hard to kind of figure out on this one. So I'm looking a bit ginormous right now. But sitting still, a lot of us do it, whether you work at a computer, at a desk, whether you're studying, whether you drive for a living, even with a lot of, not construction jobs, but thinking my hubby, he's a crane driver. So those things where you're sitting for long periods of time. So today I wanted to share with you really simple little stretch that you can actually do at your desk, not while you're driving, but if you are in a stationary vehicle with space, it's turned off, you're not driving, you're not working, and you need to have a stretch. Or there is a chair somewhere outside where you have your break and you sit down and you can do this stretch here. So this is a modified version of thread the needle, one you can do just sitting on your chair. So we start by bringing our bottom just to the very edge of the chair. You get a good view of my belly there too. So bringing your bottom to the very edge of the chair, the feet just underneath the knees. I need to just come out a bit so that I don't hit my knees on my desk. Alright, and then we're going to cross over the left ankle over the right knee and relax this knee down. So you might find that this is actually quite intense to start with. And the other thing that we want to do here is keep the sitting bones attached to the seat. So we're not rolling too far forward, we're not tilting too far forward through and arching through the spine. We want to keep that length up through the spine, the shoulders are back, and the head, crown of the head extending to the sky. So the knee is relaxing down. So this is option one, is to just stay here. You can put your hand on your knee to really gently rest and allow the weight of your hand just to start to stretch further through the ITB, down into the hip joint, and releasing through that hip flexor as well. So this is option one. Option two is to place the hands onto your desk, and just as you inhale, lengthen up through the spine, and as you exhale, begin to tilt forwards. So without arching the back, we're bending from the hips, gently folding forwards, but keeping that space through the abdomen, keeping the body lengthened, and just working with your breath here. So you'll find that this will intensify the stretch down through the ITB and really into that hip joint, releasing any tension. You may even find that it continues down the leg into your foot, depending on how tight your legs are. And coming back up. So another way that you can do this as well is if you want to bring your chair up against a wall. If you find reaching out to your desk is quite uncomfortable, you can bring the hands up against a wall, and this will also open them through the shoulders. So leaning forwards, bringing the hands against a wall and stretching out this way. And that will take that stretch up through the lower back. And so then we uncross the legs and just give them a little shake out before swapping sides. So you can see my dirty feet now. And coming into the other side, and you may find that one side is tighter than the other. So one hip is, your knee might sit up higher. For me, it's my right knee. This is one that I injured a few years ago. So it doesn't kind of relax quite as deep into it because I'm very tight through the ITB and the hip joint. And so sitting in the same position and then just doing the same thing. So we lengthen up through the spine as you inhale. And as you exhale, gently fold forwards, tilting from the hips. So instead of curving forwards, keeping that length, stretching through the lower back, into the hip, and down through the leg. And coming back up. And again, you can do the same, bringing the hands onto the wall if you prefer that, for opening through the chest as well and maintaining that length through the spine as you stretch. So just really important though to make sure that we're not sagging through It's kind of hard to tell because my belly's just out all the time, but not sagging through the spine. So we want to keep that length, and that will help to stretch into the hips and through the ITB as well. So that is a really simple modification. So you don't need to get out a yoga mat, you don't need to get onto the floor to stretch through the hips. If you find that you're sitting a lot during the day, or you're spending a lot of time driving and you want to give that part of the body a really good stretch out. So give that a go. You can just do it at your desk or up against a wall, just sitting on a chair, even on your lounge room chair as well, couch, things like that. So have a play and happy Friday, and I'll see you all again soon.